What's up, Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or feel free to apply this to your fourth house. Excuse me if you're a creepy, crawling cross-watcher. Put that on a t-shirt. So this is going to be for Love and Money, May 2022. Feel free to like, share, follow, subscribe across all social media platforms. The links are below. Or if this is on TikTok that you're watching this, go to runningguntarot.com. I just updated the website. Pretty cool. Worked on it a little bit. Nothing too fancy. Just, my use of Squarespace. What else can I say here? Yeah, check out the new website. It's runningguntarot.com. Holler at your boy for one-on-one if you got something weighing on your heart or your mind. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages for Cancerian love and money 2022. This is so funny. Okay, let me see. Okay, marriage. This is the Hierophant. This is powered by the number 5 here. This is 5th house. This is about... So it's interesting because there's a juxtaposition here. The 5 is about conflict, but in astrology, it's childlike spirit, wonder and awe, play. It could be drama. This could be the drama that we're picking up. This is a very solemn energy, actually, in this interpretation of the Hierophant. It speaks to marriage, tradition, structure. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is you're no longer single, you're off the market. This could be in reference to summertime. By summertime, maybe, you will have met somebody as well. Maybe someone's thinking about getting married. Maybe someone's worrying this as well with the 9 of Swords in the upright. Gemini energy moving into Gemini season after the 19th of May, I want to say. 6 of Cups in the reverse, past nostalgic energy, friends, family, could be platonic, could be romantic. 6 of Cups in the reverse, scorpionic energy. 6s are about harmony. This could be an internalization of harmony, making friends with, not necessarily yourself, although that would maybe be the interpretation of this card in the reverse. This could be a falling out of friendship or losing that innocence of the connection. Make sure that you're not this kind of like stern, kind of like crotchety, because one element of this is peevish and the other is kind of like judgmental, I think, if you want to say. It's almost as if someone's like, what are you up to? Like they're still eyeing you. And they're probably wondering about you. I'm not gonna lie. They might be wondering if you've been scooped up off the market. They might have been hoping and praying and show me that you care. Type energy. Let's see what else wants to come up here. Maybe at times they feel like there's no future with you. And yet I think that you're open to it, but this person may just kind of have this very limited way of dealing with whatever's been going on with them. This really turned into more so of the romantic love nature, Cancerian and or crosswatcher. Temperance in the upright is divine timing. Okay, Sagittarian energy, Jupiter energy. Jupiter moves into Aries, I think, in maybe like a month. Don't quote me on that. Let's see, at least in Western astrology, I have, your boy has it up here. By May 10th is when Jupiter moves into Aries. Everyone's first house of who they know themselves to be. I think even maybe, I don't know if I would say generationally, because I don't know that Jupiter's in a sign for maybe like 6 months, maybe less than 6 months, but I think that this is going to be a very kind of boost in the sense of validating what we've been kind of identified here to work on. And usually that's just kind of something that comes from us, from the fiber of our being and our character and our genetic makeup. Speaking of astrological natal chart, look at that. But use ifate.com, by the way. That's a source that I like. You can type in your birthday and all that good stuff. There's a secret Easter egg for you if you want to check out the Run and Gun website. That's AND, Run and Gun, Tarot, one word, .com, runandguntarot.com. One of the images is actually, there's a hidden link behind one of the images. I think it actually is the image of my astrological natal chart. So if you click on that, it'll take you to that website. And one of the panels, you could go there and I think there is, I've used it, so I know there's a birth chart calculator. And it's kind of funky, the navigation, but you could kind of rig it in a way where you put in your birthday and it'll give you that. You can put any time and date in history and it'll give you the astrological alignment. So have fun with that, kids. In any event, let me see what else, Spirit. Okay, devil, toxicity, not seeing the future with somebody, which is interesting. You got to trust the way these cards come out, because the Three of Rods in the reverse speaks to not seeing that bright future, right? Still kind of dreaming up the big picture, but not even that with the Devil card in the upright, because there's this kind of tyrannical element that maybe even ran the relationship or the dynamic. Well, that's done now. I don't see that being something that's prevailing. I feel as though this Temperance energy pretty much speaks to breaking that chain, okay? So let me see, and maybe even less of a chain, cutting ties here. You see the ropes around there, and you see Jupiter and Saturn on her wrists, and then you see all the other alchemical symbols there. Someone want to break that down? Can't really see it, but she does have that. This is a Tattoo Tarot, the Nine of Swords in the upright by Lana Zellner. You can probably Google image that. And I think I've seen charts and stuff. I don't know if they're palm reading, but all these different sections are a planet and or I think like a zodiac sign or something like that. So, excuse me. I just had a rice cake because I'm fucking girl. Just playing. Let's see what else. Okay, so I see, you cut ties with this connection, you broke the chains. And I feel as though you're continuing to do so. I think that that's something safe to say universally. If you're on the right path, then you will actually kind of attract that which you actually can have this connection with and all that good stuff. The Four of Wands in the upright is marriage. This is the bright side of this kind of this past version, which was kind of very uptight and stiff and just like, excuse me, whereas this Four of Wands is in reference to more so the fun, playful nature of Aries. This Hierophant is the Taurian version of that marriage energy, which is more so kind of, could be a little bit of a tiny dictator. My ex was a Taurus, and I always used to kid and play with her that she's a fucking tiny dictator. It was like her way or the highway. It turns out fucking the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying? Hey, sorry. Tennessee, I have no idea what the fuck that means. It just, she had to skedaddle, basically. Y'all can't be around here no more. Ten of Swords in the reverse, self-sabotage. So, not to spill tea, but, all the tea in the world is on the ground. Now, Ten of Swords in the reverse, outside of your hands, you can't really do it. It's literally outside of your hands. I mean, you cut your chains, you cut your bondage, whether that was some sort of manifestation in the way you were living your life, but they weren't doing the work. Instead, they cut their hands off, is what I'm seeing here. Real talk, real talk. I mean, I know I'm joking, I'm doing like stand-up over here, but you're like, oh, I need to cut the ropes off. Okay, I will do that. I will handle the fucking devil, card proverbially in my life, which is like what's keeping me low vibrational, and I'll do the work and all that. And we'll meet in the middle in the future, right? We'll meet, like, we'll grow together and we'll do marriage or whatever. This bitch is like, right? Look at the hands. I know it's a very grotesque image, but it's a perfect, succinct point to what we're talking about. The person who was doing the work is like, oh, let me use this and I'm going to cut myself free. And that person's like, nope, I'm going to cut my hands off and I'm going to fall on every sword presented available. Like, don't get me started with a Taurus. I mean, man, talk about beef. Man. Yeesh. Man, I got some fucking baggage with Taurians. Anyway, Six of Swords in the reverse is internal harmony. Yes, if you look at life as like, those like scale, like those Richter scales where it's like, measuring whatever, it's a needle on this moving paper, and something occurs and it knocks you, right? And so it like makes the needle. Well, our job, and that's a metaphor for our life that I'm using in this moment, is to recenter the self, recenter the needle, and get back to homeostasis and harmony. Six of Swords in reverse is doing just that. So good on you. I mean, I think you took the hit, and I think you got some time between then and now, and then that's always good as well. Cancerian. Remaining a student is what's going to help you through these times. If you find yourself lost, if you find yourself not knowing what's going on, you're undergoing a personal renaissance with the Death card in the reverse. An example of that in my life is like now that, after this devastating breakup that happened like 5 months ago, now I, just the other day I reset up my piano, which is like a MIDI player. You need a USB MIDI player. It's not just a plug and play, but it's like little shit like that where you're literally just setting up your environment to be conducive to, oh, now I can sit down and play whenever I want. Or, maybe I should start to practice 15 minutes a day. Oh, maybe that'll inform how I practice guitar. Maybe I'll routinize that, and maybe I'll make that more kind of an everyday thing, So it's like you're taking all this space since this person or this job left or whatever. God forbid, in one of the examples, it's that someone died or something. But you're not freaking out that there's this void or this emptiness. You're not taking up smoking. You're like, no, I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to utilize this space and time and this resource of space, and I'm going to continue to build off of this foundation, or I'm going to start something new. Energy of a student, okay? But it's going to be, now that we're adults here, or becoming adults, or if we're young adults now, we have the freedom to be like, no, I'm not going to, drink, I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to have these negative habits that society and culture say are conducive to being cool and social or whatever, when really they're just self-destructive. I'm going to instead get my head screwed on straight, and I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to plant the seeds for what I want to grow. And if that's being better at music or better at tarot or whatever, then do the work, okay? So I'm going to get off my soapbox, and I'm going to leave it there, Cancerian. If you have something that's weighing on your heart or your head and you want some clarity on or advice or help, feel free to reach out for one-on-one reading. Check out the website. You can read some of the testimonials that I have up there from real, actual clients that I've had. Go to runandguntarot.com, A-N-D, that's runandguntarot.com, all one word, spelled out A-N-D. And yeah, I'll let your boy. Leave comments, like, share, follow on social media, all that good stuff. It helps. keep me motivated, but I'm going to do this to the best of my ability, whether you're on board or not. So you might as well kind of tap in and tune into this while it's young, because you're going to be able to see the growth over time. In 10 years from now, you could be like, hey, I was watching that guy 10 years ago. Look how far he's come. Look how much of a success, etc., etc. And I hope the same for you. All right, on to Leo, money, love, May 2022. Let's see what comes out. How much your boy, please.